Hi guys, my name is Georgie. I'm the founder of Angel Stack. We are building a platform for founders such as yourself, where you can get an initial bit of visibility and PR from an investor perspective and from a social angle. What we do is we write a blog article about you. We try and make some reels out of this video. We can help you publish those reels on Instagram and then collaborate with you. We will also try and push this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and a couple of other platforms where there are other founders such as yourself who might find it beneficial to look into what you're doing and then hopefully grow, with you guys. So yeah, that's about Angel Stack. First of all, can I please ask both of you to give me an introduction and tell me about yourself before we move on to your idea and your product?
Yeah. Hi, I am Aiju, founder and CEO of Genezez. So have been an entrepreneur for the past 5 years. So like right now, I am building something that I wished I had 5 years back.
So myself, Athul, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Genezez. I joined Aiju just as an intern 3 years back. Then I became the HR. From there, I became the director and CEO of the company that we were running that time. And then, like, we together started Genezez because we felt the lack of something that Genezez can provide.
So you both worked together as a CEO and intern 3 years ago in a different startup that Aiju built, and then today you're both co-founders.
Like we are going from the first startup itself.
So you were co-founders from the first startup. I thought you mentioned.
Because like we became partners in the first startup itself. Like it's a
Fair enough.
yeah, it was a software development company, and we still have it. Like we are running it together.
You must have given Aiju such a good impression about yourself to actually come to understand, like to work together.
I believe so. Like, it's better to ask him about that, right?
What is your rapport like between the both of you guys? Like, how do you guys have like quarrels and like issues, and then how do you figure those out together?
Oh, like,
Definitely.
like right now we had a little bit clash right now, but we are more like friends. Like we just like I shout, like we shout at each other. Like it's all part of the journey. Like we know, like we don't have any ego or things like that. Like we just shout on it, and after that, like what like chai udiyama.
Like, both of us know whatever happens in the office should stay in the office. And once we step out, it's
We are friends.
just friends, right?
Have you guys been friends for longer than 3 years, or did you get acquainted 3 years ago?
That's actually another interesting story. One of our mutual friends, like, I was looking to learn Flutter mobile application development during that time for my own startup back then. And our mutual friend suggested me Aiju. Like, we can't say he is a mutual friend. More like like we have a different story about that. Let's not go into that right now. But that's he's the one. His name is Stefan. He's the one who suggested Aiju to me. He said that Aiju is running a company. He will teach you how to build mobile applications, and that's what I needed back then. So I joined him, and the journey is like that.
Brilliant. That's really nice. So yeah, now let's move on to the product, right? Before I ask you questions about it, when I first built Angel Stack, we've been around for like good 3 weeks, almost a month. I was looking for platforms where I could connect with other startup founders, early stage founders, so that I can get outbound sales. Like I can reach out to more founders through, and do these podcasts on Angel Stack. Now, the best platform that I've seen so far in the last 3 weeks is Genezez, because I've been using it on a daily basis. And there are a couple of features that I really love, which I gave feedback to Aiju about. Can you tell me what Genezez is and why did you guys build this?
So for the past 5 years, we were like longing to create Genesis. Like we had the vision, but we don't know like how we are gonna do it. But it was not Genesis. Like we know like what we are gonna do in this world. Maybe that's why we both sing together and we started this journey. Like he is also having the similar vision. We wanted like we don't just want to make the money, but we want to make that change we want to see in the world. That's what we two became the co-founders, and it was a roller coaster. Like money comes, money goes. Like it's always part of the journey. But that's what we always needed to build something like Genezez. That was the old vision of like the first company. It's We Code Life. The name says it, like We Code Life. And after that, we saw some like problems in the education sector. I personally believe one of the main problem we are facing right now is the education system. Years back in the industrial era, people were into more into education for being a worker. But in the like at this moment, we are more into becoming founders. So I want to create an education system that will teach the young generation how to create something for themselves, so that the world can benefit from it, not just become an employee in some company. I want everyone to build something on their own. So, but with reality mind, we started a non-profit for that. I end of the that was the first company we co-founded. We co-founded. We are partners in the previous company. We co-founded Reality Mind. It was a non-profit organization. We don't want to make money of the education. We just want to give it we just want to see the change. That's it. But we later came to know that it's really tough for an entrepreneur to survive. If you look into statistics, within 3 to 5 years, 90% of the startups fail. That's we hear all around the news. I am not pretty aware of it, but that's a fact we are seeing here around that. So we need to create something so that we have to solve that problem. So we came up with the idea, Genezez. That was on the same day my first son was born. So that made me really curious. And at that moment, I know this was the thing that I was going to do. My purpose of being in this life, it was Genezez. So the name too, it's all relating to that. Genesis from the Bible, and we put Z instead of S and E instead of I. So what is Genesis will be the last word of entrepreneurship. That's it.
Got it. So how does this platform work? I'm fully aware, but for the rest of our viewers, can you please tell us how does this work? You told me that it's about educating founders. How do you do it?
Not just educating founders. The Reality Mind was about educating founders. Genesis is about supporting founders, a support network. One place solution for all the founder problems: sales, networking, investments, funding, everything under one roof. That's what we are planning with Genesis. We don't want any social networking platform or social media for founders. We want something valuable so that every founder, I respect the time of the people using it. So I want to provide something valuable out of it, not just some place they can scroll and waste their time.
Got it. So okay. So I've been using Genesis for the last 2, 3 weeks. Now, my question is, if I wanted to, let's say, reach out to someone, an investor for my startup, or if I wanted to reach out to someone who could build me the tech, how do I go about that?
So we have a business requirement wall inside Genesis. So you can post I want to build such and such application, something like an Upwork. But where in Upwork, most of the people that will be coming to you will be freelancers. But in this current scenario, building something that big, freelancers won't be helpful. It's my personal experience, because most of the companies that comes to us in the first company for services are they will be they have some application that was built by freelancers. They won't be able to update it or make some new changes, because after that work, they won't be able to reach with that freelancer. But with directly connecting with the company, there is a more trust, and that framework is little bit different. With Genesis, we are introducing a founder to founder marketplace, like B2B, B2C. We are introducing F2F, founder to founder. It is something we are really curious about, because most of the works that came to us in the initial stages was actual founders in UK, Canada, Africa. Those people want to they may be from Kerala, but they want to build an application. The first place they'll look for it is Kerala, right? So it's easy to communicate. They know the people, so they come to us. So I thought, what about creating a platform, adding something that can facilitate easily the people can find founders and talk to them, because mostly what I could feel is that people trust people more than they trust a company. So most of the works that came to us was only because they trusted me, they believed that I would be able to pull it off, and that's why it happened. Most of the works we did happened. So we are trying to facilitate that for the future founders. And in the meantime, the founders who are running agencies and services, they will be also getting direct businesses, so they can talk to directly with the client, close it.
So just adding to what Aiju said, in the case of investment, like you asked, right now what entrepreneurs actually do is they just try to reach out to each and every investor out there. We just cold DM each and every person, hoping that they will reply us back. But we are trying to change that mechanism. Have actually built an investment wall where our users can post their investment requirements. Like they just need to post it, and the investors inside the application can look through it, go through it, and reach out to the entrepreneurs directly. So the best part is the investors, their DMs won't just get flooded with the DMs that they get from other entrepreneurs, and also they can actually have a proper look at the different startups that are raising, and they will get a better idea of what they're building, what they're doing, and like it's beneficial for both entrepreneurs and investors. Entrepreneurs don't have to waste their time building, like reaching out to other investors. They just focus on building. And investors, like they can cut the noise.
Like the thing is, years back, people try to get jobs. Like they'll be walking into some interviews, they're looking into newspaper cuttings. They'll be like emailing companies like, do you have any openings? That was the scenario years back. But the same scenario is happening in case of funding and investments. Like we reach out to investors, we DM them, we cold email them, and most of them, like by chance maybe we will get some. But we are changing that by making investments like posting a job. Like founders can post the investment opportunities in the wall, and investors can easily look into it. And we also have like maybe like investors don't have maybe the time to look into everything, but we have a AI curation where we'll be looking into with experts on the AI. We'll be creating some insights, fundability score, and curated list. So if the investors are interested, they can easily like check into it. But currently that part is under development, the curation part, because it takes some time. So eventually it will be coming.
Brilliant. Before we go into the curation and the algorithm part of it, I want to ask, is there a vetting process that you follow when people join this community?
Yeah. To be frank, I personally check into the each profile before getting them in. I personally do that. We don't have any employees to do that. I personally look into it. Like, okay, this person, I check in the LinkedIn, I check the MCA website, I check wherever possible. If I find him credible, like I will let him in.
Fair enough. I'm guessing I was found credible because I was let into Genezez.
Yeah, like I could look in the LinkedIn about you, and like that's
See, it's all
Brilliant.
about cutting the noise, right? Like we have LinkedIn for the, like for everyone, Instagram, people are using that. But when it comes to entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs, we are actually trying to cut that noise really down so that we are not looking into, like, we are not just wasting time inside Genesis. Like each and everything that you see or do inside Genesis should be something that will help grow your business.
like
Got it.
saying that it is really hard taking some hard decisions too. Like at times, some senior business development executives will be joining Genesis, but at first I like thought he would be some kind of partner of the company. But later when I seen his post, it's just a complete sales pitch. Like he's trying to sell the company. Like I talked to him, I told like the network is purely for the entrepreneurs, and like we can't allow salespeople to come in here and just sell their products. So we have to take out this product, take out this account, and we had to do that.
Got it. So do you actually like call them up and tell them that, listen, I'm going to take your profile down? Or do you have a system where it just automatically restricts their profile?
Like the thing is, I personally do that right now.
Okay.
Like I personally message them on the Genesis app, and I tell them this is the situation. I am really sorry for doing this, but we need to keep the network clean. So I hope you can understand. Like we have a conversation, and eventually, I'll be taking down his profile.
Got it. Before, I mean, I'm supposed to push for the numbers a little later, but I just want to ask, how many users have you individually verified so far?
Individually, I have verified maybe almost 7,000 plus.
And how many users do you have on Genesis so far?
Like we have a big waiting list. So from the waiting list, like that's a number. Like all the accounts are like all the persons came in. I checked in their profiles, and less than 50% we are just onboarded. Less than 50%.
So you have about 14,000 people in
No, no,
total if you were to accept.
no, no, no. Like I checked all 7,000. That was the total people coming in. So I checked all 7,000, and only maybe 3,500, near to 3,500 people only came in. Like are using the platform right now.
Fair enough. So you have a stringent process where you eliminate almost 50% of people who are trying to come in.
Like more than 50%. Like
Got it.
the accounts needs to be credible. Like credible. Like if you look into each and every profile in Genesis, you can feel like find that value there. Like they'll be
Fair.
building something. Like they won't be looking for jobs.
Got it. And before this interview started, I was just having a conversation with Aiju, and I told him one of the most interesting things that I found about Genesis was the fact that I was at this location in Kochi, and then all of a sudden I got a notification. The first day I downloaded the application, I got a notification saying that Aiju is nearby. If you would like to connect with him, you can always open his profile and just reach out to them. So as I mean, I'm a founder myself. I've been trying to build my own startups. One of the best things that I really liked is the fact was that I could potentially reach out to another founder and then have a coffee or a conversation with them that very evening because they're about a kilometer away from me. And I thought this was a really interesting concept because now every time I move around my house or like go to another place, I always know, okay, there is another founder in this location who I could maybe just meet for like a half an hour and then have a conversation. And founders are more than happy to like interact with each other because we want to share and like, have those discussions and help each other out. So I'm quite happy with that. How do you come up with this whole idea about this whole notification thing? And can you tell me a little bit more about that journey of yours?
Like we have been building apps for the past 5 years, right? So like we have tried, like we have built almost most of the applications like that are available today. Like we have made some kind of similar version to all the available applications. Like not we just take some codes out of somewhere. Like from scratch, we have built applications. Personally, I think I have worked on more than 100 plus apps. So like
So tell me more about this notification thing. Like, how did you come up with it? Who thought of it as an interesting idea?
like each and every day, like I thought of adding something new to Genesis so that it becomes more valuable. Like who, like whenever possible, I try to chat with some people in the Genesis app and ask them, is are they getting value out of it? Like that's something I always ensure. Like, are you getting value out of it being here? If not, like what can I do to provide it? But the answers are like they're loving it. Like they really need this, and that makes my heart like soul really happy. So creating something really useful for the people, that is something like ecstasy. Like we can just feel the bliss of it. The people supporting us, we can see like the people in LinkedIn are really supportive. They are tagging Narendra Modi, top founders in India. Check this app built in India. Like it's catching the attention of the world. Like, and not just Indians. We can see people from US and other parts of the country are also sharing our, like they are putting comments about Genesis in some other person's post. Check out this app. This is really good, and people are really liking it. I am really happy about it.
Brilliant. Now, I want to ask you, so let's say, for example, as a founder, obviously, I want to upskill and I want to learn a little bit. I have questions about, let's say, trademarking. It could be something about something marketing related, performance marketing. So, is there a tool within Genesis where, let's say, you could bring on board somebody and then give me a session for all the founders saying that, listen, we are inviting you to this session where this person from so and so company, who's the head of marketing, is having a town hall, and then people are welcome to join. So, is there like a platform where I can learn and upskill myself within Genesis?
Yeah, eventually we'll coming with like bringing something like that, where we'll be hosting webinars, seminars, events, offline events. Like everything will come in the future. Currently, we don't have the like what full team to implement all that. Right now, we are totally flattered. Like we have lots of features and things handling. Like we have the F12 marketplace, we have the investment wall, we have the business requirement wall, and the networking part. So as a tech product, it's like so much is there, and we don't want to bring more features right now. We want to refine everything. We are taking out some taking out some features, and we'll be making it much better. Because the current scenario, I can feel that the UX is a little off, because like we had to implement certain things as fast as possible. Like this is the starting stage, right? Ship it as fast as possible. So we just thought of putting everything together and see what works and what is not working. So currently we have a live chat. So if someone is having some kind of doubts, they can just post it on the live chat, and people will be like come rushing to you to support you. Like you just look into the live chat. Like someday, like some person asks for a doubt, there are thousands of founders. ready to provide feedbacks and support. That's a miracle of Genezez.
Brilliant.
Also, adding to that, we have a feature called circles where people from the same category can come together as a group. And in there, you can ask questions. Others will be there to answer your questions. If you like the answer, you can upvote it or downvote it based on your feelings and what you feel. And also, there is a live chat inside the circle section also. So they can get instant responses from there also. So if you have some kind of doubt, like about, we usually say this example very often.
These are like
If you are from,
yeah. Sorry.
like, I didn't hear him properly. The thing is, if you are from a, like, for example, if you're from a textile industry and if you have some debt stock, you want to make a profit or you just want to break even with that, just go to the group, ask the query, like just post a query there. And experienced founders who are from the same category or from the same industry, they can answer you and you can make the break-even point or even a profit out of it.
That's brilliant. So, when it comes to the inventory, like the dead stock that I have, maybe it's always easy for me to like push it through another person who might be interested in working with me on that, as long as we're in the same industry and it's not as a competitor, but also like as a collaborator.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Okay.
Like it's more about helping each other, not just about seeing everyone, each and every person, every founder in the same industry as a competition. Like let's grow
Got it.
together. That's what we usually say between each of us.
Got it. And I can tell you that so far I've really liked the platform, but like you mentioned, the user experience does need a little bit of work. I think as an MVP, you've done a brilliant job. So my question is, who built the UI and the user experience? Like, have you hired people for it newly, or are you making improvements to it?
So we have like 3 UX designers designed it. Like there was a first part, there is a second part, and now is a third person. Because people come and go, right? Like it's been like we started building it from 2023 November, and we released the MVP on October 2024. Like it took us almost 11 months because like we are not actively building it because we need to figure out like how we are gonna like put into the market, how we are gonna market it. We need to figure everything out, right? And we need to like put on the features and things like what are the values that we should provide. So there was a lot of brainstorming happening, and we are figuring out the finances also. So it took us 11 months to complete, launch the MVP on October 2024, and now it's like August 2025. Like it's been a long time, like for the product to reach this thing. Like it's almost been what 2 years, nearly 2 years.
Got it. And you're both fully invested into Genesis right now.
Yes.
Like
Now
we are all
our
in.
heart and soul is in Genezez.
We are all in there, all in.
After 100 plus apps, you have decided that 101st app is my future journey.
Like I was made to build something like Genesis. I always knew it in my heart. Because right when I was in 7th standard, I had this vision of building something like what Mark Zuckerberg did with Facebook, WhatsApp. Like I was really curious about building mobile apps. I was trying to build something like I try to learn some institutions, like try to learn on some institution. So I wanted to learn software engineering. I took the software engineering in like some college, but I was really sad about like what I could learn there. But what I want to be is I want to be Mark Zuckerberg. But what they told me was like just theory. Like what I expected was I'll be building apps there for the 4 years. I will be building some software solution backend. Like, but to be frank, I didn't learn like a single line. Like, not even a website was made there. But I tried to build something on my own. And I was in mobile apps. So Flutter came on that time, like 2017. Flutter was released, and I was someone like in the first Android developers. I also was someone like I started building it, and I have just run it. Like when the first time I ran the application, I was like, yes, ഞാൻ developer ആയി. And it was a long journey from there. And in 2020, when the corona hit, there was lots of requirement for mobile applications because people needed food delivery applications. And I was listed as a freelancer in some platforms. So people reached out to me. So everything went good, and I started the company like just after 1 year of working in a company. Like 2020, 2019, I started my like career in a company in Gujarat, and 2020 August I started Record Life. So it's almost my 5th year.
Brilliant. Can you tell me a little bit more about the algorithm and the curation model that you're building within Genesis?
So the plan is we gonna build some models our own so that we can have a better understanding of the financials and the startup funding procedures so that in the future it will be much more accurate than any generic, like we can use OpenAI or Gemini or Cloud APIs, but we need some building something, a model on our own. That's our plan.
Got it. So couldn't you use the existing GPT and then have a blanket layer over it to try and build something? Do you have to build a model of your own?
Yeah, but maybe in the initial stages, like we are right now, we are curating it with some experts. They'll be looking into each and every pitch decks. So only the curated one comes in, and later, like for the minute parts, we are using like we'll be using GPT or like OpenAI APIs. But moving forward, we'll be creating our own models. That's our plan.
Now, let's say, for example, me as a founder, I'm looking for an investment. Is there a structure that I can follow to submit my pitch deck or my business plan to another investor within Genesis?
So yeah, there is an option in the FTF marketplace. We have an option called apply for funding. So there we'll be asking some questions and we'll be getting all the data out of you. And after that, we'll be curate, like our team will curate it. And we are creating GAIN, Genesis Angel Investor Network, GAIN. So what is GAIN is we are trying to bring all the angels around the world or people who are having a good amount of salary, but they are not much known about the startup investments and the risk and the profits regarding it. But the moving in the future, people will be more interested in investing in startups. So they need a platform where they can come in, get all the learnings and support to invest in startups, so that the startups get more access to capital, and there is a democratization of access to like finance all over the world.
So, as far as I understand, it's a crowdfunding model that you have,
No, no,
which you're going to build.
like
No,
no,
no, no.
it's not a crowdfunded model. It would be a direct angel investments. We won't be facilitating any finance for now. Maybe in the future we'll be creating something like that in India, but not in India, I think. But in India, we can't launch crowdfunding for startups. So we are coming up some, like we have some plans. We need to see like where it goes. We are looking into it.
Got it. As far as I understand, you have to be registered as an AIF in India for you
Yeah,
to be
like yeah,
facilitating
that
funding.
take yeah, that is big job to do.
Got it.
It takes some
Okay.
time to do that.
So, how big is your team right now at Genesis?
So we call life was almost near to 20 people, but currently we are like closing down on the operations of We Code Life because we are totally into Genesis right now. So, but we have some small works that was like we can't just completely shut down everything, right? We have some commitments to the earlier clients, so we are looking after that. And also, our whole team is currently working on Genesis. That is around 6.
Is there any metric that is keeping you both up at night and you're like, God, tomorrow I'm going to have to look at these numbers, or this is what is worrying me about the company?
Like everything, like when we are like founders, like that only thing is even during the day, night, the sleep, all we think about is what we are building, right? So I look into the number of people coming in each day, like before going to bed, after going to bed, after waking up from the bed, before having food, after having food, like whenever I get the time, like someone like looking into WhatsApp, I look into the initial dashboard I have on my phone. Like I look into it. Okay, like if I feel someone is coming in like good profile, I will check the in LinkedIn everything, and if it's okay, I will get at the mid. That's it. Like 24 hours. It's but I love doing it. Like it's really happy. Like I feel really happy doing this. Like I have built so much products all this time, but I haven't really like got this feeling, like I have never got this feeling before Genesis. Maybe the day my son born, I got this feeling. But now each and every day, I am getting something similar to that.
Can you tell me the demographics? Did you have something to say, Atul?
No, I was just going to add that if you check our screen time right now, most of the time would be inside Genesis. Like we try to connect, like more than me, Aiju definitely tries to connect with each and every founder there. He actually tries to get feedback from them. Like if someone needs support, like if they're asking for something, then they can definitely reach out to us. We actually had founders who reach out to us directly over the phone over Genesis through the chat itself. And we are always happy to help, like in any ways possible. Many of them just wants to be heard. They just wants to share their story. They want to know whether their startup, like how they can make their startup better. And even yesterday, someone from LinkedIn, I don't want to say his name, but he contacted me and I told Aiju that he's requesting for a meeting with us. So how can we go about that? And he said that he just wants to be heard. Let's hear him. I really like that about it. Aiju. Like I really like that quality about Aiju. He just like he's willing to do that, even if it sacrifices his sleep. I think that reflected in me. That's how. That's why we connected better. I think.
So in my early days, there was no one I could talk about, like what I am building, like what do you think about it? Like nobody understand the things we are building, right? Even my family don't know like what I am doing with Genesis. Like even if I try to let them know like this is Genesis is, they don't know like what is it like why people do like want this and how we are gonna make money. Like they're all they don't know how to evaluate this. But getting to people who can give us some insights so we can talk about what to add next or what should we improve, what are the things we should look into. So having connections with that kind of people was really hard. So with Genesis, we are getting it. Like we are getting it. We are not just providing it, we are getting it. Because some of the founders, they just email us with a document like these are the things you should look to and you should improve this and these things will be better. So like that makes me really happy. These people take their time and effort to do that for us, right? Like that's really amazing. I love it. And I am also willing to do that. That support we want to work out around Genesis. People, founders supporting founders.
Brilliant. I really appreciate that because, uh, see, my co-host at Angel Stack, his name is Azhar. So both Azhar and I, every time there are some new founders reaching out to us, we are more than happy to because we have been Azhar built a startup in 2017. I built my first startup in 2021. Both of us, I think one of the best qualities that I like about the both of us, like me included, all of us put together as founders, is the fact that we are more than willing to give because we have gone through, we can empathize with another founder, we understand the pain points that we face, and then we just want to help. We're more than happy to help. We don't want to be remunerated. We just available for you if you want help.
Yeah, like
So
that is
I
the
do really appreciate that about both of you guys and the fact that Genesis is actually built around that whole quality. So it's really nice. Uh, Can you tell me what is the future for Genesis? So, like, you have good 3,500 users that are actively onboarded. In the next 6 months, where do you want to be?
next 6 months. Like I will tell you the 1 year plan. So in the 1 year plan, on a minimum, we need to get almost 1 lakh users and being aggressive. Like if we get the right funding, we are going to push it to 5 lakhs and the platform will be exclusive. We'll be making sure that we cut down the noise. Only the relevant people come in. And telling about that, right now we have very big tech investors in Genesis and big founders in India too own Genesis. And that's something we didn't expect to come. Like very big means like there are some people like we all know like they have invested in companies that we use every day. That people came in and they checked out the app and I'm not sure like they're actively using it, but they came in to check it. That's something like made us really happy. And we are getting investors call like they are investors are coming to us right now. Like this is something we expected while building Genesis. Like if we build Genesis, investors will be coming in, but it took a long time. But right now we are getting some calls from investors. Maybe some investors they are interested, and we are getting partnership offers. Some major banks in India. So things are working out really great. But we have put some like limit to it. We want the right people to come in. We don't want a people like just seize the money out of it. Like we want the people who can actually support us in growing Genesis. And by growing Genesis, I mean we need to support the founders around the world, not just a platform that like that just waste their time. I want to create value for everyone using it. So I want people coming in who can support us in this mission and vision.
Got it. Did you have something to add to that, Atul? What is your plan for Genesis for the next 1 year?
No, the plan is actually same because we discuss that on a daily basis where we see ourselves in 6 months, in 1 year. Like even after 1 month, what we are going to do. that conversation daily happens. Like, I just actually want to say to the founders that if you actually feel like there is no one to understand you, like nobody can understand what I'm doing, the pain I'm going through, there is actually a place for that. Like, we build Genesis just for that. And for everyone looking out for investments, please understand that cold DMing them or cold emailing them is not the best way to go. Just go building. Just go build it. Just build your dream. And investment part, that will happen. Just be in the right place at the right time. Getting warm intros, like paying for intros or getting a list of like the VC list. That's not the way to go. Like, I just wanted to say it. I know that's not relevant to the question that you asked, but like, I felt that urge to say that out loud.
I understand. Can you give me some of the names of these famous investors that have come on to Genesis?
Yeah, actually, we saw a woman's profile. Like, it was a normal profile. We didn't have a better look at that time. And later, when she contacted Aiju and she shared some of the investments that she made, we just looked at the company and we were actually dumbstruck because it's a really huge company and she made a really big investment in there. And she was there inside Genesis. So the profile that you see inside Genesis might not do justification to the kind of work, the investment that they have made. That
As
was
I
really shocking for us.
as we are in the initial stages, the data we collect are minimal. Like we don't wanna just bump into someone and ask them put in everything and we are gonna collect it. Like maybe they will think like we are just collecting every data. Like we are not just like we are just connecting people. Right now we just take the basic information like what's your name, what's your company name, what's your position and title. That's the basic thing we take. And if you want, you can add your company, and inside a company you can add your products and services that would be eventually shown in the FTO's marketplace. So people are looking for that kind of products and services will get to you. That's the whole process.
Got it. The lady that you were talking about, could you please share more names? Because I'd like to know who are
Like
these famous people.
so, like we are a little less like we didn't tell that name at first because like we are a little hesitant about this because maybe they don't want their name to be like we don't have the right to say out that like out loud right. We don't have any like they haven't told us you can tell everyone that they are here. So that's why we are just keeping it low. Maybe we could have used it for like promotions and marketing, but we don't thought of doing it.
Basically, it's the same thing. They are also here to cut out the noise. And if you just say their name out loud, like everyone inside Genesis or people who actually try to get inside Genesis, they might directly go search for the name and try to contact them, and they will get flooded with all these messages and the expects that from everyone. So that might be something they are trying to avoid. So we don't want to take that privacy from them.
Fair enough. I genuinely do respect that. So you are about six of you guys in the team right now, including the both of you.
Like no, like I was sorry, like we are seven. Like the thing
Okay.
is like we're seven. We're seven,
Okay.
right? Like I don't count people. We have seven, right?
Yeah, seven, yeah, seven.
We have seven.
That's
Like
including you both, or you have seven
Yes, including.
employees?
including us.
Got it. And let's say, for example, today I were to come and give you 25 lakh rupees, and I told you you can use this money to hire one person to do one job. What would that big pain point be that you want to just be done with?
Like with 25 lakhs, we won't be hiring anyone. What we'll be doing is we'll be putting to some marketing, like not paid promotions, but even to spread the word out, we need money, right? Like nobody does anything for free. So we'll be utilizing that to spread the word out about Genesis.
Also, we can use that money, like if he's actually serious about that, we can use that money to invest in some of the ideas that we saw in the side Genesis. Like there are people who are actually trying to build something really innovative, but they don't have the money to build the basic prototype or the MVP. So we can have a call with them, maybe invest a small amount of money so that they can get started. You can definitely do that also if you're
Yes.
really into investing in side Genesis.
I am more keen on you guys referring those companies to me so that I can interview them and would give them some visibility. Like that's the least I could do.
There is one guy called Prajesh. He's building a eco-friendly packing solution that will replace the thermocol. So like he's really a good guy. Like he's building something out without any support. But when he came into Genesis, he's really happy. He's getting all the people supporting him, and like we can collaborate. We can collaborate. Like there are people from US to coming US and Europe telling him like we'll be providing you this and these things. We can provide you grants. So he's really happy that he's getting like people coming to him. He's getting a platform as a new like start budding entrepreneur. He's getting so much lead. There is no other platform where we'll be getting it. Like he's building a substitute for thermocol. But it's really wonderful. Like we are able to do that. And he calls me, hi, we got a call from here, and these people are telling us this, and I am really happy. Like with Genesis, it's been so much easy for me to do things, and people are supporting me. People are sharing me ideas how I should do, what kind of shapes, and where I could get next. These things are happening there. That's it. That's what Genesis stand for, and we are really happy that's manifesting into reality.
I completely agree. See, on that note, I have this thought, right? Like I've always thought there are more people around us who wants to build a business than the ones who are actually putting in the effort. So every day when I talk to my friends who are employed, so I used to work for a couple of corporates back in 2013 to 17. And then I have a lot of friends who still work for corporates. Now, every time I talk to them, they have ideas that they want to explore, but then they're unable to do so. So I really hope that within Genesis, the ecosystem that you're building for founders, there will be something that also motivates and like, I mean, I do like the fact that you have a system within Genesis where a small time founder could invest in a potential startup, but also for for someone who is already working in a corporate setup, and if they want to like try out an idea, if you could give them not just the motivation but also the education and the the resources that are necessary to probably at least try it out and then enable them to do it, I think that will be really beneficial. I really genuinely love what you guys are doing, the ethics behind what you both are building, and the fact that you want to keep the anonymity of the investors that you have on your platform, not use it for your marketing. It's a very impressive quality which you do not see in a founder on a regular basis. I see founders who just want to like market themselves and put PR out there, but for you to actually want, for the both of you to actually want to do, bring about a change, create some value in this ecosystem, and do it in the right way, I'm very impressed, and I really appreciate that about you. I seriously have to thank you both for your time. I have already taken about what close to an hour of your time for this session. Uh, I really wish Genesis all the best. I know I'll be your long-term user. Uh, so yeah, if you guys have any concluding remarks, I'm more than happy to listen to that as well.
Like what I would say the future entrepreneurs is that don't build something so that you can just make the money. What I really tried, I mean, my first product, from the first product, what I was trying to do is create a change. So my first product was changes. So where we are trying to bring people who want to change the world together so that we can come together in place and make a solution for the problems we are facing. That was my first project. But it was a complete failure because I was unable to market it. So I would suggest people to look into the world, see the problem, empathize it, empathize it. Like I genuinely mean that. Only after empathizing the problem, you can build a solution that actually solves it. Not create a problem so that you can make money out of it. That is, I think that would be the essence of success.
Yeah, like people who are actually trying to start business, I have seen them like trying to find a problem that I can sell a product with. But instead of that, just look around you. You will find problems that you are facing daily, and just find a problem that that's actually disturbing you, and talk with another person. Like they might be facing the same issue, and if many are facing the same issue, empathize. Like just like you said, just feel that problem. You'll be able to create a product. If you are able to create a product out of it, then definitely go in for a business. That's the best way. Like if you are forcing it, it's not going to come to you.
Like
Like it should come from within.
I would like to add something. Like suppose if you see a person, like last day I was going in my car, I saw a person struggling to take his delivery bag from the scooter and putting it. Like I could see like how much pain it's taking. So I just thought of like if we have empathy so that he's facing so much trouble, like doing this hard work, taking these packages, running on this street like with his bike in this traffic. So to solve that problem, if you are building a drone startup, I would I believe I know it would be successful because you are empathizing the problem, actual problem. It's not that easy delivery we are trying to create. Maybe people will say like they will lose their jobs. I wouldn't think they will lose their jobs. they'll find better jobs. That's gonna happen. Like this is what happened when computer came years back. People are gonna lose jobs. Did that happen? No, right? Like people are having more jobs on the computers than the previous time. So that's gonna happen. So keep innovating, keep building, keep making the world better.
Perfect. Before we close it off, I just want to say when you guys both explained the whole empathy part of it and looking for problems on a daily basis. While I was doing my MBA, there was a professor who came into our class and he mentioned something about right from when you wake up, when you brush your teeth, you can understand that, and when you go to sleep at night, right? Like you can understand during the entire journey of your day, right from when you brush your teeth, if it's uncomfortable for you, or if you want, like, let's say, a softer toothbrushes, to before you just go to bed, like if you want like something next to your bed, you know that there are these problems that you can literally write down problems right from when you wake up to go to sleep, right? Like you start listing it down at the end of 30 days, you will have a startup idea.
You have to get the empathy. Like you have to feel like that's really painful. Like not just figure out the problems on and solve the problem. I personally think we have to feel the pain. Only then we'll be able to solve it. Like if you look into most of the successful startups, we can say
I 100% agree. And you guys do actually solve a problem, a pain point for founders. Really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And with that, we will shut this off.